Hey, hey.
The best for all of y'all. That way, y'all can get to the top of the mountain. Further and further and further to the top in 2025. You could get up there, but it's going to take one day at a time, one step at a time. A lot of focus, a lot of pain going to come, but that's part of the process. See, the journey is what's good. That's the fun part, is climbing the mountain. It's not fun getting to the top. It's climbing it. It's sweating. It's bleeding. All of that good stuff just to get to the top. That's what you tell your great-grandkids. And that's what you tell your grandkids. How you got to the top of the mountain. And what you went through to get to the top. And what couldn't keep stopping you and pulling you down is the haters, the naysayers, the nosy people, the non-believers. They couldn't get you. You was able to get through that mountain climbing. Peeling back the curtains and peeking out the window. Season 2. But anyways, now that we got that understanding, I want to give a shout out to y'all for tuning in to this episode. We're going to get live for the year 2025. And like I said before, Happy New Year. It's your boy MKB signing in. I talk that talk and I walk that walk. You got to know how to do it. You got to know how to do it. But as I'm beating around the bush, I mean no cookies. I mean no jungle juice. I mean no carrots, no broccoli, no chicken. If you got beef, you got beef. You know what I'm saying? ENTERTAINMENT. Entertainment. Hope I spelled that right. Be a lot of editing in the video if I didn't spell entertainment right. I think I got it right though. It's gonna be one step at a time. You gotta be ready. You gotta know that things is gonna happen. Things are gonna happen. Mountain climbing. That's what it's about. Mountain climbing. You know, you heard that saying called crabs in a bucket. It's a figure of speech. There are some crabs out there. Matter of fact, I was born in June, so my sign, my zodiac sign is Cancer. So I'm considered what I am. No point intended. Shout out to all the people birthday around the time of my birthday. You know, mid to late June, some of July. But anyways, let's see here. Crabs in a bucket. Yeah. We're out here fighting each other. We're out here destroying each other for no personal gain. It's always a lose situation. You wasn't put here to destroy people. That's why when you got friends and foes and all kinds of human beings in your circle or around your circle, what it is a distraction. Big time. Can be a waste of time if they're not building up with you. And that's why you want to put on your book bag, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got in it, your rations, you're going to need it. You're going to have to put on some glasses because you're going to have to be focused. You may have to cover your ears up because it's going to get windy at times. You know what I'm saying? You may have to keep some extra bounty paper towels in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Because Sometimes the wind going to get through the goggles and it's going to make you, leak from the eyes. You got to wipe that away. It ain't nothing but, different things that happen during the journey because you're going up. You want to go up. You see, it's easy for people to pull you down or keep you from getting up when they could get close to you, when they could interfere with what you got going on, when they could tell you that's not a good idea. Or they could tell you such and such was doing such and such and it didn't work. Or they cannot believe in what you got going on. But it ain't up for them to believe in you. It's up to you to believe in yourself because you're trying to go somewhere. You're trying to get to that destination. But they could distract you. They could keep you from getting started. They could pull you back from the starting point. You're definitely trying to get to the starting point so you could get closer to the finish line. They could keep you away from your starting point from time to time, pull you further and further away. Sometimes they pull you far enough away till you'll never get to your starting point, and that's bad. Crabs in a bucket, pulling you down. People that won't really build with you. They just entertain you. That's not good enough. We need more than that in our lives when we're trying to get somewhere. So it's good that you're tuning into this video. You and y'all, keep your mouth closed and open your ears for this video because I'm about to drop a jewel. You see, crabs in a bucket, they affect what you got going on. Big time distraction, it's your cell phone, hitting you up, calling you, showing up at your place, telling you they need to go here, go there, telling you what could be a good idea. It ain't nothing but distractions for the most part. And of course, many of us don't really believe that they got something good going on until they show and prove. You got to demonstrate. You got to demonstrate. And me, myself, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to get on up to a higher peak because there's something at the highest peak, but it takes a while. But you want to start going up that mountain, big old wall of mountains. Start going up. Then boom, somebody come along. Like, hey, what you doing? And you look down at them. Just I'm trying to get up the mountain. They'd be like, for real? You'd be like, yeah, for real. They'd be like, oh, I ain't even know. And then they go into all kinds of different things. It's a distraction. Then when you finish with that person, you start going up the mountain, getting further and further up. Then someone else come along. Hey, what you doing? Turns out you got to come back down the mountain. You get pulled down because you got to tend to something. Because you feel like you obligated. But now you're going the wrong way. You're going in reverse. But I tell you something. You go forward. You go forward. You get back on that mountain, you start going up. You start living your life right. Execution. Getting the things done that you need done on a daily basis. Plus, trying to get other things that you want to accomplish as well. Like I say many times, Michael Jordan didn't make every shot. He had to live with the misses, and he knew he was going to miss some shots. But it was all about the experience and accepting what he could get accomplished. He didn't make every shot, but he knew he could make more than he missed. See, you're not going to accomplish every goal, but you can accomplish more than you're not going to accomplish as long as you continue to persevere and accomplish more goals. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to the mountain. You're trying to get up it, Done got distracted, done got pulled down, done got separated from it. Now you're not even at the starting point. You're somewhere over there. You're distracted, wasting time. But you got to get back on track. You got to get to the mountain, start going up. And now when you start going up, now they reaching for your arm. You're like, get off me. Get up further. Now somebody else reaching for your leg. You got to kick them off you. You got to kick them off you. Therefore, you can start getting a little bit further away to where they can't reach you. Then you start going up. And then all of a sudden, They start yelling and screaming. And then they start coming up the mountain. You like, dang. They following you. They trying to get you. And they do. They catch up with you. Next thing you know, someone else pull you down a little further. Pull you down a little further, get you distracted. You're losing time. Your time is like this. It's going to elapse. It's going to elapse. And then it's going to be over. Eventually. Could end sooner than later, to tell you the truth. And that's just a part of life. Like I was telling you at the beginning of the video, many people have been through some unfortunate situations. And many people that should be here ain't here today, but that's just the way it is. We can't have everybody just live their whole life. It's unfortunate. They check out. So, yeah, mountain climbing. Yeah, it's a big part of life. I don't know too many people that want to be at the bottom. But for the most part, I ain't paying attention to them because I don't want to be at the bottom. It's bad down there. It's stressful. But back to the mountain climb for you and y'all. You back up there. You got back to the same position that you got before. And I'm going to tell you how to get further. So you'll be up higher with other people. The air is different once you get up higher. The altitude is different, of course, but that's okay. Because the main thing at the bottom of the mountain, the air is funky. Because you got people all in your ear. Funky breath. You got all type of problems down at the bottom. I tell you, it's not a good place to hang out. There's too many people down there. It's too crowded. Sometimes when you be at the bottom of the mountain, you can't even get from that start position. Because there's so many people in the way. So many obstacles, or what you would think to be an obstacle. But back to you. You got back to that same spot. You got your book bag on. You got your boots on. Your pockets filled up with what you need. You got your goggles on, you know. Now, you pull something else out of your book bag. You pull some earplugs. Yep. And some headphones. You want to plug them in. Boop, boop. So you can't hear that good. Then you want to put on the headphones. Boop, boop. And maybe you want to put on some soft music. It depends on if you can listen to music and it not be a distraction. So soft music, low music, or no music. Either way, you want to stay focused. Sometimes music helps the juices get going. So if you want to turn on a little something that's going to, maybe some jazz, maybe some quiet R&B, who knows, whatever you like. Maybe some rock. Maybe you're trying to rock and roll up that mountain. Maybe some hip hop. Maybe you're trying to grind up there to the top. Maybe you want to put on some Tupac or Biggie. Who knows? Who shot you? But anyways, you're right. Because now with those headphones and them earplugs in, look at here. Your daddy ain't ish. Your mama ain't ish. Your two sisters ain't ish. And your 4 brothers ain't ish. You the baby of the family. You can't hear all those people and what they have going on at the bottom. You can't hear them. You can't hear them. Now you're climbing up, climbing up. You're in a good mood. Good mood. They screaming. They trying to holler at you. They even calling you on your phone. Your phone ringing and vibrating and everything. You got to stop. Boom. Put that on silent. Keep that display off. You know, matter of fact, put your battery saver on your phone because you're going to need some juice. You're going to need some extra juice because you got a long climb. So you're climbing up. You can't hear the haters. And then all of a sudden, you look down and you see a few that you know. And they got some things going on. And you kind of want to go back to the bottom and help them out. But you know for a fact, if you go back down to the bottom, you may not make it to where you at right now. So what you do is, you look down there, and you scream at them. Come on up. Come on up. It's good up here. If they choose to help themselves get up and step on people to get up, That's what they doing to get to, your position. If they don't, they just don't. Don't worry about that, because you got to accomplish your goal. So you go up further, go up further, go up further, go up further. Then you look back, and all of a sudden, what do you know? They done got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Now they can't even get to you. They can't get to you. They can't see you. They could just call you, but you could turn the do not disturb on. Yep. They smaller. That's what you want. You want to be far away from the bottom feeders as possible. Therefore, they can't keep pulling you down and getting you distracted. Go up some more. They're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Yep. They were looking their regular size, but now they looking about this size. They tiny. And then you want to get it to where they get smaller and smaller. You get further and further. So it looks like that. See, I get smaller and smaller. Then all of a sudden, can't even see him anymore. You in the groove. That's the definition of mountain climbing. You're going to the top. You're not being distracted. 2025 is going to be live because you and y'all going to make it live. You're going to climb that mountain and get to where you want to be. And you're not going to be distracted by the bottom feeders. You're going to be getting to the top. And then the next thing, you're on your way. You still got 17 mountains to climb. It's still a grind. It's still a grind. It's still a mindset. But that is the definition of mountain climbing. Importantly, make sure you tell them that you love them while they're here. But back to this mountain. You're trying to get up. They done caught up with you. They done pulled you down again. Pulled you down again and separated you from the starting point. Again. It's bad. It's sad. But it's true. Now you got to get right back in track. But this time when you start going up, you know you're going to get further. You know you could get back to that same point because you know what you got to do to get back to that same point. Now when you get back to that same point, you're looking back. Yeah, they screaming again. They trying to pull you down. They trying to pull you down. Except they can't pull you down this time. What they do is they holler at somebody that's further up the mountain to make sure you get knocked down a little further. And that happens. You get up a little bit further, a little bit further. You're feeling good because you're looking down at them. Okay, they can't reach me. Not really affected by their screams or their hollers or whatever, trying to get my attention. But it's somebody over there. They think that you want to pull them down, so they kick you down. Now you're all the way at the bottom again. Down there with the crabs in the barrel at the very bottom. And they're going to distract you again. They're going to let you know what? You can't really get up this mountain like that. And besides, it's like 18 more mountains to get up. You can't get up all of those. You might as well just, kick it with me a little bit. Chill out with me. And that's what you do. You lose more time. You lose more time. Now you get pulled away from the mountain. Now you're away from the starting point again. And you're thinking to yourself, this can't be life. This can't be right. You're thinking to yourself that you can't do it now. Because you know you can't get but so far. And there's people up there. You got challenges up there now. You got other people trying to pull you down once you start getting some progress. Kind of like when you start getting some buzz. You got haters after you get that buzz. You got whispers. You got people spreading lies up there at a high point of the mountain. You got all that going on. You got the snakes up there. You got all kinds of critters. The hyenas, the wolves is howling. It's a lot of distractions, but you got to stay focused. You have to stay focused, and you have to focus perfectly if you're going to get up these mountains. Because you're trying to get up the mountains because you know what's at the top. I know what's at the top. I'm trying to get there myself. I'm not going to tell you the position I'm at, but I'm at a great position. Very, very good position because I don't have a lot of distractions for one. And because I philosophize quite a bit, I do that philosophy. Let me get my stuff clear. pardon the grammar. I'm just getting on camera for the day. But nevertheless, you get back to your starting point. You take a little bit of stuff out of your bag because you know you got to get up there a little bit quicker. You know what I'm saying? As well as you take your nice little weapon to keep the haters that's further up the mountain away from you. And you're going to try to go a route that you're not going to be around that many people as you're looking up at the mountain. You're kind of keeping to yourself. You really are, because you got to get up this mountain so you don't be down here at the bottom. The bottom is the strugglers, the bottom feeders, the ones that don't really have anything to do with their life. They just live in check to check. Those people are at the bottom, and they could be there. It's their life. But if you don't want to be there, if you don't want to live check to check, you know you got to get up this mountain. You know you got to do what it takes. You got to follow someone else's plan on how they got up the mountain. Sometimes you got to call upon somebody that's already up to a higher elevation to tell them to swing down the rope. You need a little help. That's called like heavy promotion. You got to link up, but not with the bottom feeders, because they just kiki and laughing and having a good time. And they just like, hey, if I got enough food and I got a roof over my head and, you know, I'm check to check, you know, I'm good. But you don't want to be that way. You don't want to have to struggle. You don't want to have to worry about getting hurt and losing your job and not being able to pay your bills. You're the type of person that want 20 LLCs. You want about 4 or 5 homes that you rent out. You want some vehicles that you rent out. You want to sell some products online. You know what I'm saying? You want to do some yard sales. You want to do different things. You know, you want to have these businesses running, to have something for your kids and your great-grandkids. So you know you got to get to the top of that mountain, because nobody is going to get paid working a 9 to 5. Ain't enough hours in a day. I apologize. It just ain't enough hours in a day. You have to have some certain type of circumstances, as far as if you building with another person and they actually make over 80 grand and you actually make over 60 grand, you could build together that way and invest and try to do different things as far as get an LLC or whatnot. You can do that, you know. But if you're down there with the bottom feeders, it ain't gonna work. If you and your spouse bringing in 140K, tax that off, knock about 35 off of that 80. You know what I'm saying? 45, 55, 65, 75. That's 45 left. And off of that other 60, knock off about 25. So that's 35, 45, 55. So that's 35 in taxes. You know what I'm saying? You just living right there at your means. You know, that's 140 grand being brought in, but some of that is tax. So you got to knock that down to under 70 for both incomes. And now you live in a 68 to 72 type of lifestyle. You just broke on a different level. You down there with the bottom feeders, hanging out with them. Yeah, you got a little bit more stuff, but you down there at the bottom, and they're going to keep you down there. They're going to hang out with you and chit chat because y'all on the same level. But anyways, back to the mountain. You're getting up the mountain. You're doing good this time because you learned a few things. You know that people's going to distract you. You know that it's going to get windy. You know that your knees and your back going to be hurting and your hands going to be hurting. You know that. You know that you got to make a type of sacrifice to get to the top of this mountain. You just don't know about the experience to get to the top of the mountain. You got to get the experience. The experience comes every second, every minute that you're in action, that you're waking up. Today, execution. I'm going to get everything done plus some. I'm going to get off work and then I'm going to work my second job investing in myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that for 30 to 45 minutes. You know, I'm doing other things to make money legally so I could get out of the 9 to 5. That's what you're saying to yourself. That's what you're doing. You're trying to make it happen. You're trying to get to the top of the mountain. But it's not just one mountain. It's about 18 mountains you got to go up. But it's one step at a time. It's one day at a time. Everybody get one day at a time that's going to get a day. You get 24 hours. Use it wisely. But anyways, it's your boy MKB signing off. That's all I got for y'all. Mountain climbing. Hashtag 10. It's going to be blood, sweat, and tears. That's part of it. It's not supposed to be easy. The sacrifice is never easy. Never. You got to be willing to give up something to get something. And that's your time. And that's pain. That's dedication. That's time management. Get out there and go get it. Climb that mountain. Climb it. You can get to the top. Man. Trying to get to the top, man. Tired of being down here at the bottom, bro.